Alright, so we're going to be talking about point slope form today. So point slope form is the equation y minus y1 equals mx x minus x1. So I don't know why that x is weird. You will get this equation, you get it on keystones and everything. So m is still your slope. And then the y1 and the x1 is a point. So we use this when we can find the slope and a point. So for the first problem, this is write an equation of a line with a slope of 2 that goes to the point 4, -3. So I'll just make sure you know. So m would be 2, because that's my slope. And then 4 is the x1 and -3 is the y1. So I have y minus y1, which is -3, equals m, which is 2, x minus x1, which is 4. I don't know why it does that right there. So that's how you put it in point slope form. Just make sure that you have your y1 slope and x1. Later I'll show you how to convert it. So for number 2, it tells you to find the equation that goes through 2 points. So technically right now we don't have the slope. So the first thing is you have to find the slope using the slope formula. So my slope formula would be -4 minus 2 over 3 minus 1, which would give me -6 over 2, which is -3. Now, once you have the slope, if I give you 2 points, it doesn't matter which point you pick. So just pick one and go with it. So I'm going to pick the first one because it's easier. So it's y minus the y, which is 2, equals the slope, which is -3, x minus the x, which is 1. Now, if I told you to put this in y-intercept form, which we might do, so this is point slope form, and we said put it in y equals mx plus b, what you would do is you'd have to distribute the slope, so -3x plus 3, and then you'd have to add over the 2 to get y equals -3x plus 5. So these two are the same equation, it's just one is in point slope and one is in slope intercept. So let's do some word problems. So the first word problem is you're a coin collector. You decide to keep track of how many coins you collect. After 15 days, you have 155, and after 22 days, you have a total of 128. So for the first one, it says write the equation in point slope form. So what I would do first is find your slope. So your slope is the difference of the y's over the difference of the x's. So you go from 128 coins to 155. So I'm going to do 218 minus 155 over 22 days to 15 days. 22 days to 15 days. So that gives me a slope of 63 over 7, which is 9. So the top was just the difference of the coins over the difference of the days to get my slope. And then I'm just going to pick one of the days to plug in. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to pick the first one because I just always pick the first one. So I have y1 or y minus how many coins, because that's my y, equals my slope, x minus how many days, which is 15. Now you could use 22 and 218, but I just picked the first one. You'll get the same equation. It won't matter. So for number 2, it says convert. So this is the one where I said, I'll rewrite the equation. So if you convert, you're going to distribute the 9 minus 135. Then you're going to add this over. You should end up with y equals, oops, there's an x there, 9x plus 20. Now we're just going to break down what that means. So it says, what does your slope mean? So we're going back up to this for C. So what does the slope mean? So my slope was coins over days. So really 9 over 1 is coins over days. So what it means is every day I got 9 coins. Or every 9 coins for every day. But it was 9 coins to one day. So every day I got 9 coins. Then it says, how many coins did you start with? So that would be if I had 0 days. So X was my days. So if X was 0, I would get 20. So I technically started with 20 coins. And then last question, after how many days would you have 425 coins? So you have space, but I'm just going to do it here. So here's my equation. 425 is my y, and I have to solve for x. Because y is my coins, x is my days. So I'm just going to plug it in for y and solve for x. So go ahead and solve for x. And you should get 45 days.